Only on Christ 17 TV, back upside your head with another one. Today, I'm going back to my MLB players I grew up on, and I haven't done nothing new in about a month. Sorry for the wait. But today we got a special one. We got number 25, episode 25. We got the one and only Mr. Barry Bonds. These are the major league records this guy holds. Home runs, 762, career. Single season, 73. 2,558 walks, single season, 232. 609 on base percentage, single season. 863 slugging percentage, single season. All those are major league records. There's nobody like Barry Bonds. 14-time All-Star, 7-time NL MVP, 7 times MVP, 8-time Gold Glover. He was a better fielder than everybody thinks because they only remember his bat. 12-time Silver Slugger, 3-time NL Hank Aaron Award winner, 2-time batting champ, 2002, 2004. This guy, you talking about having an eye for the ball? I mean, this guy had an eye like Tony Gwynn's eye. Like Soto trying to have an eye like Barry Bonds have an eye, but Soto has a real good eye too. So, 2 times NL home run leader. That shocked me. For a guy who has 762 career home runs, he only led the league twice. That is a little bit nuts. NL RBI leader 1993. The Giants retired his number 25. Nobody for the San Francisco Giants can ever wear that number again. Pirates Hall of Fame, San Francisco Wall of Fame, 514 steals. That's crazy. 1,996 RBIs. Played for the Pirates from 86 to 92 and played with the Giants from 93 to 07. Born July 24th, 1964, Riverside, California. Now, let me tell you something about Bonds. I seen him play, I want to say in 87 or 88. I'm not quite sure the year, but I seen him play at Shea Stadium against the Mets. And boy, was he something else. His swing was electric then. He was real skinny then, real fucking skinny mini. But that was way back with like Andy Van Slyke, I want to say Bobby Bonilla, Doug Drabeck, Jose Lynn, Sid Bream. They had a pretty damn great team way back then. And that's the game I seen Darryl Strawberry hit a bomb. But when he came over to the San Francisco Giants, he set that city on fire. I'm talking about hitting moonshots into the bay. People sitting out there with kayaks trying to get that home run ball that was going to be worth who knows, $1 million. So I forgot the year he hit the 73rd one, but I had a friend named Joe who was a diehard fan, and there was a day he was trying to hit, I think, his 70th or his 71st, and he had tickets to it, and I couldn't go. And that night, I want to say he hit 1 or he hit 2, but I could have been there, and I was so pissed off. I had shit to do that day, and I couldn't be at that game witnessing history. But back then, there was a lot of Balco. They had everybody under a microscope because a book Jose Canseco had wrote. And you got McGuire, Sosa, you got a lot of these players accused of using roids, which a lot of them were. I mean, you got Clemens, one of the best pitchers to ever do it, not in the Hall of Fame. So Barry is not in the Hall of Fame. And this is the only player ever to have 500 steals, over 500 steals, and over 500 home runs. In 2007, indicted on charges of perjury and obstruction of justice for lying to the grand jury during a federal investigation involving Balco, was convicted of obstruction of justice in 2011, but was exonerated on appeal in 2015. During his 10 years of being able, I just got an alert right now for an earthquake on my phone. Crazy. I don't feel anything yet, but so 10 years he had to get 75% of the votes, and he fell short. So he's never going to get into Cooperstown as a Hall of Famer, and I think that's tragic. I think that's bullshit. I mean, most of those guys from back then were doing something. And I don't care what nobody say, making you big does not help your eye see that ball. And I'm sorry. Even though he got big as hell, and if you look at his pictures from when he was with the Pirates to when he was with the Giants, it's a huge difference. I mean, he looks like a bodybuilder. I mean, but he's one of the greatest players of my time, period. Balco, no Balco. I mean, this guy deserves a special place in the Hall of Fame. No matter what everybody says, I was not no Giants fan, but I know greatness when I see greatness. I've seen him hit home runs, impact bell. The guy was amazing. He's legendary, and he's always going to be the best home run hitter of my time. Him and Mark McGwire. And you could say he's roids this, roids that. I mean, I watched home run derbies with these guys put on a show. You could say what you want to say. Oh, he used roids, but a lot of those guys were using steroids then, even the pitchers. So there wasn't too much of a advantage for nobody when everybody was on what they call the juice. And Barry Bonds definitely deserves to be in Cooperstown. Roger Clemens deserves to be there. McGwire deserves there. Rafael Palmeiro, all these guys who was accused of this shit. The one player or two players that was great then that never was in no controversy was Frank Thomas and Ken Griffey Jr. All those guys from that time was such a special time in MLB. It will get no better than that ever. I'm sorry. So for all the fans that wanted to see him go to the Hall of Fame, I'm the same way. I think it's bullshit, and they never should have kept him out of there. 10 years. He lost the appeal, then he came back, and he got found guilty. Then the appeal found him not guilty. So when they found him not guilty, that should have automatically got the votes. But the reason why he didn't make the Hall of Fame is because voters, not what he got appealed and acquitted of, in their hearts, they thought he did it. With no proof, they thought he did it. That's why they didn't vote for him, which is a bunch of bullshit. If there's no evidence and he got acquitted of it, then why is he getting punished for not being put in Cooperstown? See, McGwire admitted to it, okay? I give him that. He came out and said, yeah, I did it. He wasn't tripping. Barry's always said he never did no roids, no juice, but who wants to come out and say, I've been juicing after I'm the all-time home run leader, season-wise, broke one of the greatest records of all time, which is Hank Aaron's 755. It's just crazy. Of course he's not going to want to come out and admit it if he really did it. But I will tell you this. I will say this. All bullshit aside, this is one of the greatest athletes I've ever seen play the game. He could run, he could throw, he could field. He got 8 gold gloves, and you know the guy can hit. And just not for power. He won the batting title twice. And without that being said, have you ever seen somebody get intentional walk with no outs to lead off a fucking inning? They were doing it to Barry Bonds. Have you ever seen the bases loaded and intentional walk a guy and walk in a run? They did it to Barry Bonds. That's how scary they were of this man. Either it be a tie game late in the 8th, 9th, they're going to walk him. They're not going to give him a chance to swing that bat and put them up by the 1 point to win the game. They would rather put him on first base, let him be the go-ahead run, and let somebody else come up the bat and beat them. That's how great this guy was. That's how incredible of a batter this guy was. Bases loaded. Bases loaded. They would intentional walk him even if it meant tying the game. They would rather it be a tie game than him putting them up by 3 points. That's how incredible Barry Bonds was as a batter, as a ball player, and you gotta love it. He was, him, his father, Mickey, Willie Mays was all tight. And watching these guys all, because the old timers, they looking down proud, looking like, man, that's my son, that's my godson. And it was just so fun to watch him play. And it's criminal that he's not in the Hall of Fame. That's bullshit. And one day, I hope they change this 10-year thing and put all those guys in the Hall of Fame. Just put a thing right next there. Accused of steroids, but numbers don't lie. So with that being said, everybody, this is episode 25, Major League Players I Grew Up On, and this is Barry Bonds. Sorry for the wait. It's been a long time, and I've been doing a lot of different things, and I shouldn't have been putting this on hold because this is one of my favorite things to do is MLB Players I Grew Up On. So this is episode 25, and I will be coming with a lot more way faster. You won't have to wait no month, or has it been 2 months? I gotta look. But with that being said, hit that like, hit that subscribe. It won't cost you a dime. And like I tell you every time, around this time, these are MLB Players I Grew Up On. Episode 25, Barry Bonds. And I will catch you guys on the flip side, player. Till next time, number 26 coming soon. Who should I do for 26? I got somebody in mind. Catch you guys on the flip side, player.